Hello, hello, y'all, and welcome to another story time brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. How are you all doing out there today, evening, real early in the morning, real late at night, in the middle of the afternoon? Whatever time of day it is, wherever you are around the globe. I hope that you all are just doing absolutely fantastic. And I hope that you all have read or you're planning to read for at least 30 minutes. That's what's up, y'all. And before we get started with finishing up the book, I wanted to share with you guys really quickly about something that I learned at a literacy workshop about a month ago. And it's something called intentional language. A lot of researchers who talk about children being able to develop language skills, we have to do something what is called intentional language. And intentional language is simply put, you make sure that you have a purpose. You're being explicit about what it is that you are trying to talk about with your child or what it is that you're trying to do. And when you are doing this, you are actually helping your child be more organized in their thinking. And also, they are being clear about whatever different activities or things that they're trying to do or they're trying to learn. Like, for example, one way of being intentional with your language is if you give your child a command, if you say something like, can you go upstairs and bring my purse for me? Go upstairs and get my purse and bring it down to me. Well, what did I leave out? I just told you to go upstairs and get my purse, right? I didn't say what room the purse was in. I didn't say where the purse was in that room. Because guess what? If I would have gave those clues, 9 times out of 10, that child would have came down with that purse. And that's why sometimes kids, when you give them the instructions without being clear and explicit, giving more details, then that is when they go up there and what do they say? I couldn't find it. I didn't see the purse, Ma. Right? But if you are clear with your instructions and you say, for example, can you go upstairs in my bedroom? Look on the right side of my bed and my green purse is there. Can you please get it and bring it down? Just that simple. Guess what? God willing, they will bring your purse down to you. And also being intentional with language is, for example, using certain things for teachable moments. Like for example, if your child is, washing the dishes, and you can simply say if you are, in the kitchen with your child, and and you're thinking as a mom or a dad, like, you know what, I know that my son is struggling with reading, so I'm going to use this as an opportunity to grab one of their favorite books or a subject matter that they love to read about, and then I'm gonna start just reading out loud while they are doing dishes at the sink. All right. So right there, you're being intentional. You don't have to tell them, yeah, I'm about to go get a book and start reading, because they're probably gonna be like, what? You know. But what you do is you just simply go get the book and start, reading out loud, because your intention is to help your child develop and nurture that love of reading. But you're doing it in a way to where you're not really, trying to tell them, what it is that you're doing, but you have the intent to try to get them to get better with wanting to read. So you're picking and choosing different times to where you can have those teachable moments, right? To where, they're doing something where it's like relaxing, or, something to where they don't feel like, oh my God, I'm feeling this pressure. All right. So those are just a couple of examples of doing what is called having what is called intentional language. All right. So intentional meaning doing things with a purpose behind it. All right. There. All right. Woo, that felt like a mouthful. All right. That was like over 4 minutes of a mouthful. But it was worth it. It was worth it, right? Because you all know my intention. And for those of you who need to be reminded, I'm going to tell you the intention. The intention, again, is to help develop and nurture the love of reading in every child as well as every adult. And my focus in particular is on Black and brown children around the globe. Why? Because that is the population of children where the reading scores are low, and a lot of children are saying they hate reading. I just talked to a grandmother not that long, a couple of days ago rather, and she said that her 12-year-old hates to read, but he loves football. All right? So trust me, I know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that our black and brown children need these types of platforms. And that's why I'm here. So with that being said, I'm ready to continue with this awesome book called A Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt. Allie Nickerson, oh my goodness, struggling with reading. And she is really, it has really affected her self-esteem. But she is getting help. We are in the point of the book where she is getting help from Mr. Daniels. And so now we're going to be reading chapter 35. And this chapter is entitled, A Picture is Worth a Gazillion Words. We have a sub. This is bad news. Then it gets even worse. We begin with an assignment to write about a person that we know who is brave. I start to come up with reasons to get out of the assignment. Go to the nurse. I haven't yet met a sub who says no to a trip to the nurse when you tell them you're going to throw up on their shoes. I put on my sick look. Just as I am about to raise my hand, the sub turns to the class. Where's Allie Nickerson? Huh? Freaky. I raise my hand. Oh, I have a note here that says that you don't have to write, so you can just draw a picture of your person. My face gets hot. Well, that figures, Shay says. She can practice her coloring, and then there will be Play-Doh and nap time. My toes curl in my sneakers, and I slide down into my chair. The sub looks at Shay and shakes her head. But kids are already laughing. So what's the difference? The sub gives everyone else a piece of lined paper, and she gives me a plain one. I sit stunned, wondering why Mr. Daniels would do this, betray me. Now I feel like I really am going to throw up. I stand and have to concentrate on walking to move toward the door. Where are you going? The sub asks. Out. You come back here and do your picture. Now. I mean it. I'm finished. What are you talking about? It's blank. No, it's not blank. I drew a ghost in a blizzard. As the door slams behind me, I hear kids laughing at my answer. Soon I am keeping Mrs. Silver's chair warm. So, Miss Nickerson, I must admit that I have enjoyed not seeing you lately. Things seem to be better with Mr. Daniels as your teacher. He's keeping you in line? Yeah, he's a peach, I say with cut in my voice. Are you going to call my mom? No, I don't think so. I want you to call her. Please call her. Why? Please, I ask. I don't even know why I'm asking exactly. She looks surprised, but is silent. She dials the phone and talks for a bit, tells her that I've had a tough day. Then she hands the phone to me. She would like to speak with you. I take the phone from her. Allie, what in the world is going on? I try not to cry, I really do. But the tears leak from my eyes. Everything is so tight inside, and I'm so tired of it being this way. It's not like I wake up every day planning to be a failure, and I thought I had finally found someone to help me. And then Mr. Daniels pulls this. Allie, did you hear me? Mom, is all I can get out. But it's squeaky and filled with longing to pull her through the phone wires to sit with me. I hear it in her voice. She feels as upset as I do. Put Mrs. Silver back on the phone. Mrs. Silver listens for a bit and finally says, Oh, okay, Mrs. Nickerson. We'll be in touch then. I head to the bathroom and sit in a stall long enough for the evidence of crying to go away. When I get back to class, I ask Keisha to help me write a note so I'm sure it's all correct. I leave it on Mr. Daniels' desk. I'm never reading after school or playing chess with you ever again. Not ever. That afternoon, I drop onto my usual spot at Peterson's. I wonder what my mom will say about the call from school. When she comes over, she kisses the top of my head, which says it all. So a ghost in a blizzard, huh? She smiles at me. I half smile. Yeah, pretty funny, I think. She leans over and puts her hand on my cheek, and it's everything I can do not to cry right there in front of everyone. I trusted him, I tell her. He was the first teacher who... And I stop because I can't say the words. You know, honey, I bet there's an explanation for this. I bet Mr. Daniels didn't mean for this to happen. Give him a chance, okay? I nod. I hope she's right, because I want to think that Mr. Daniels doing something mean to anyone is like a fish swimming upside down and backward. Whoa, OMG, y'all. Y'all know how I love this book, right? I'm feeling this book. Oh my goodness. I mean, can't you just imagine just the way that it's written? Like, you can just imagine all of the dialogue going on. You can see, you can feel Allie's pain. Can you imagine that, right? Being in school, 6th grade, and then the teacher says, oh, by the way, you're the one who gets the plain paper. You just draw. Everyone else writes. Oh my goodness. And I know the teacher didn't mean that, but nevertheless, when it's done, right? And that's how Allie felt about that. She was just like, oh my goodness. Well, again, I hope that you guys are enjoying this story. I hope you all are learning a lot from this story as well. And just remembering that whenever you are struggling with something, anytime you have a problem, you're going to have to find someone to talk to so that they can help you get the help that you need. All right? All right, you guys. So that was it. And I hope that you all continue to read for at least 30 minutes a day. And remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. And sorry about that background noise. My kids were coming in from outside. So you saw I was trying to fan my daughter away. I'm like, will you get out the video? But that's what the babies do, right? All right, y'all. Peace.